Mom, what's going on here? You've already reached the limit this month already. What are you even spending so much on? What limit are you talking about here? Seriously, Sophie, you never explain what you mean properly. Tell me, what do you want to say in a way I can't understand what you're talking about? I'm talking about the credit card spending limit. That should be obvious. Why did you spend so much this month? Oh, is that really what you meant? You could have just said that straight away. There was just a little something that I needed to buy, so I used the card. And what is that little something? Does it really matter? Why do you care? It's my choice what I spend money on, isn't it? Why do I need to go out of my way to tell you every little thing I buy and why I bought it? That would be fine if you were the one who was paying back the credit card, but it's Peter and I who are the ones doing that. That's why I'm telling you to stop wasting money on useless things. God, you're so annoying about this. You need to stop worrying so much about all of these little things. Mark never complained about any of this when I was living with him, you know. It was so much more enjoyable with him than here with you. Can't you take a leaf out of this book? You should be more like him. You want me to take a leaf out of Mark's book? He was the one who left you with all the debts and ran off. Of course he didn't care about your spending habits. You were the one who came crying to us to help you. So how can you even say that I should be more like him? Is that how it is? It all happened so long ago, I don't really remember what happened anymore. Listen here, Mom. We paid back the entire credit card debt for you. And not only that, we even let you move in with us and are paying for your monthly expenses. I don't want to hear that you've forgotten all that. Don't you even feel a shred of gratitude to us? Oh, just give it up already. Why do you even have to keep bringing that up again and again? That happened a long time ago, so you need to put it to rest. And you always do this, you know. One small thing happens and then you start blaming everyone. I'm telling you this because I'm worried about you too, you know. We've helped you out a bunch in the past, haven't we? Can't you at least try to understand where we're coming from? Oh yeah, thank you so much. I'm so glad that I have a daughter who complains to me every day about every tiny thing I do. I couldn't be happier, thanks to you and all your help. I get to live a miserable life every day. Lucky me. I'm really so grateful to you for all of it. Oh my God, why do you have to take this kind of attitude? I'm asking you nicely not to act that in front of Peter. All you do is complain to him about everything. The money we give you to spend and just living in general together. You need to stop doing that. Ah, here we go again. I'm the bad guy and you need to tell me off. Living with Mark really was so much better than with you. I wish I could move out and live with him again. Look, I know that you love him as your son, and that you prefer him to me in every way. But as your daughter, I can't agree with you doing that. Why is that? What's wrong with Mark? Are you saying that because he broke off contact with us? Or are you saying that it's impossible for me to do that because we don't know where he is right now? Well, both of those things obviously does make it impossible, but that's not what I meant. Even if you knew where he was, it would all just end the same as it did last time. Do you want to be up to your ears in debt again? Of course I don't. Who would want that? That's exactly what I'm saying, right? So then just forget about Mark already. If you don't, it will definitely happen to you again if he comes back. Well, I don't think it will, but you can just help me out again if that happens. So I don't really see the issue here. Come on, give me a break already. You might be my mom, but there's a limit to everything. Being thankful to you for raising me isn't going to last forever, you know? Those feelings aren't limitless. Yeah, whatever. You always say that, but always end up helping me anyway. I know you, and I know you wouldn't leave me out to dry. You love me and will always look after me. Are you really sure about that? Because I wouldn't. But enough talk about that anyway. Oh, are you getting embarrassed talking about that? You know you have never been one to really listen to me, ever since you were a kid. But still, That's a thing about you that I think is almost cute. That's not important right now. I'm just telling you that you need to think about how you spend money. If you do that, then I won't have to complain to you all the time. Just get it together, will you? Please. I'm sick of having to do this over and over again. Sophie, sorry to message you while you're at work, but I want you and Peter to move out of the house. In the next few days would be best, actually. If you're busy, I can help you pack all your stuff so you can leave faster. What's this all of a sudden? What are you even talking about? Why would we leave anywhere? Mark is going to come back, and I decided that the two of us will live in this house together. What? Mark is back again? Yeah, isn't that great? I couldn't be happier to see him again. Just a little while ago, he contacted me out of the blue and said that there were some things he needed, and if I bought them for him, then he would come back home. Is that why you used the credit card for then? Well, yeah. He asked me, so I couldn't exactly refuse, could I? He's my son after all. And then one thing led to another, and he's coming to move in now. What? Was he the one who suggested living together again? No matter how you look at it, he obviously just needs the money right now. I don't care about that, even if it means we can live together again. The only thing is that he said he didn't want to live here if you were around. That's why I need you to move out immediately, for Mark. Are you being serious right now? Of course I am. It makes sense for a mother to look after her oldest kid. And you're always so annoying as well. It would be better for me as well if you weren't around. Oh, really? Well then fine. I'll leave as soon as possible. You better not regret this later. I don't want you to come running back for help afterwards. Why would I ever regret this? Living with Mark isn't boring like it is with you. My wish actually came true. I'll say this just once. I don't agree with what you're doing. And I think it's a bad idea for you to live with Mark again. Nothing good will come of it. I just know it. Are you really okay with this? I told you that this is perfect for me. Don't go ahead making pointless predictions. Well, if you think like that, fine. It looks like you won't have any problems after Peter and I move out, so we can move out without any worries. Please, just do that. Mark is finally coming back home and I don't need anything to get in the way of that. I see how it is. Well, we'll leave, but I'm going to need a little bit of time at least. We don't even have anywhere that we could go to right away. What do you mean you don't have anywhere to stay? Why not just move to live with Peter's parents? Then you can move immediately and Mark can also come right away. There's no way we can do that. We haven't talked to them about this at all. And we can't just disrupt your life for something stupid like this. What? So what? I told you to leave right away. And now you want to put it off? Are you trying to talk your way out of it now? What if Mark doesn't come back because of this? Is that your plan? If that's enough to stop him from coming back, then he would just leave soon enough no matter what. Well, maybe. Don't worry about it. We will be out of your hair soon enough. I'll ask some friends to help and we should be able to find a place pretty quickly. I can't do much more than that right now. Fine, I get it. Just try and find somewhere as soon as you can. At least do that for me. Sophie, what's going on? You need to stop Peter. He won't listen to a word I say to him. What am I supposed to do to stop him from doing? He's just explaining to the movers what they need to take, isn't he? Everything's going just as he wanted when we're finally moving out. Why would I stop him now? The problem is what he's telling the movers to take. All of the furniture and the white goods too. Are you planning on taking everything out of this house? Yeah, and so what? I don't see the problem here. How can you not? What are you talking about? Peter and I were the ones who bought all of the furniture. I think it's pretty normal to take all of your things with you when you move. Even if you did buy it all, Mark and I won't be able to do anything if the house is completely empty. I don't care about that. It's not our problem whether you can do anything or not, or what your life may be like after we move. I don't need you coming to me with your problems. What? Are you serious? You know what you're doing is going to make life more difficult for your mother. And you still don't care about it? What's going on here? That's not how a child is supposed to treat parents. Who do you think you are to treat me like this? Show me some respect. If you're going to try and use that logic, then I can say the exact same thing. What? How? You can't say that to me. But you still rushed us out and asked to leave for some stupid, selfish reason. How much do you think it would cost if needed to buy replacements for all this furniture? Peter and I can't handle so many sudden expenses. You two have the money for it, don't you? So there shouldn't be a problem. The money isn't the main problem. It's that you one-sidedly kicked out your own daughter, and on top of that you also want to steal all of my things. It's not something a parent is supposed to do. You're in no position to complain about anything I do. But I'm the one in a bad financial situation, much worse than you. You two should just give this stuff up, because you are still in the position to buy new stuff. That's why you have always helped me out till now, isn't it? That's just because you're my mom. I didn't want to just leave you on your own and then something happened. I was worried about you. And since it's just been about money, I've been patient with you. Then it should be fine to leave everything now, no? This is the same kind of thing before. I already told you this before. Gratitude towards you for raising me isn't endless. And so what of it? That has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. Of course it does. I have no more feelings or love towards you now. And since we're going to be moving out, all expenses from now are your own. You have to figure it out on your own. I'm sure two grown adults can work something out. How can you be so selfish? Mark is coming back because he's relying on me, you know? What am I supposed to tell him if he comes back to this? I don't know. You can tell him sorry, I guess. This is all your fault after all. How can you be so irresponsible? Because I'm your daughter, that's why. And I don't have any responsibility for you and Mark. It's your fault if he comes here and gets angry. Are you okay with that? I don't care what a person who I will never see again has to say to me. Anyway, good luck. Make sure you don't complain and try to work it out on your own. It's your house now, so the two of you deal with it. Good luck living together. Mom, I keep getting a whole load of calls from an unknown number. Is this Mark's doing? That's because he won't answer your phone. Mark is absolutely wild with rage right now. And why is that? It seems like he racked up a lot of debt again while he was off by himself. And he came home because of his financial situation. But then he had to come back to a situation that is almost as bad as his. He's freaking out not knowing what to do. I knew that this would be the case. I just knew that he would be in debt again. He really never learns his lessons. Why are you talking to him as though it doesn't matter to you? It's all your fault for taking everything from the house when you left. You're the one who needs to learn your lesson. I already explained to you that we didn't do anything wrong, didn't I? All we did was take the things that we had bought ourselves. There was nothing else we could do anyway, because you told us to leave so suddenly, and the debt that Mark has it all his own fault. Everything is the fault of you two, don't you think? Here you go with the same thing again. I already know, though. You know? What do you know? That you will end up helping me again this time, too. You said yourself that you didn't agree with leaving in the first place. So you'll come back, won't you? What kind of dumb joke is this? You were the one who kicked us out in the first place, and now you think we will just come running back? Why would we do that? Because your mom is in trouble and needs your help. You're not going to just leave me like this. I know I raised a good kid. You wouldn't do something like that, would you? You really are incredibly naive. You might be my mom, but it's pathetic to see. Well, you helped me out last time, right? So it makes sense that you would help me this time as well. This is a completely different situation to before. Let me tell you this clearly so that you understand. I have run out of love and feelings for you. I'm not going to help you this time or anymore at all. It would be wrong of a child to abandon her mom in a state like this. And you're a smart girl, so you do understand that. So you know what you should do, don't you? Between helping you last time and you kicking me out of the house afterwards, I have no more duty toward you as my mom. It's all been used up. You need to understand that I just give up asking me already. Fine, I understand. I realize you won't come back. But then in exchange, at least pay me enough per month to live. No, why would I do that? Sort this out for yourselves. Listen here, Sophie. I just listened to all of your selfish reasons about why you don't want to come back here. So now, it's obvious that you need to listen to what I'm saying to you. God, you just sound so stupid right now. Why should I have to take care of my mom and brother who I neither love nor care about anymore? I'm telling you as clearly as I can that it's not happening. It's impossible. There's nothing impossible about it. If you don't help me out, then Mark is going to be really angry at me. Don't you care about that? I told you that I don't. You were the one who wanted to live with him in the first place. Sophie, please. Neither of us have anyone but you who can we rely on. We're family, aren't we? How can you leave us like this? Please, help me out this one last time. If you have time to beg me for the same thing over and over again, then use that time to do something on your own. If living with him becomes as boring as you thought it was living with me, then there's no point of any of this for you, is there? I don't plan on interfering with your lifestyles at all. Have fun, you two. Your favorite son has come back to you, so there's no need for your annoying daughter anymore, right? After I sent my mom that last message, I blocked her number and never messaged her again. In the end, her and Mark were not able to do anything to fix their financial situation and had to sell the house. They were able to somehow survive for a little while with the money that they got from the sale of the property, but because of the debt repayments that Mark was saddled with, that money didn't last too long either. Mom had to get a job again, despite her old age, and even Mark found some part-time job and worked day and night. Even now, he's still having to pay off his debt and interest payments and will probably have to keep doing so for the foreseeable future. Conversely, since Peter and I were able to get away from the two of them, and we no longer have to pay for Mom's expenses, we have actually been able to save a lot more money than before. When my mom was still living with us, and we were struggling to save up money, Peter and I almost given up on being able to have a child for a long time, since we wouldn't have the means to support one. But now that we have some breathing room, we were finally able to start thinking about beginning a family again. And then, after a while, being just the two of us, we finally said hello to the beautiful baby girl that we brought into this world. Now, my husband, my newborn daughter, and I are living very happily together. When she grows up, the way my mom and brother did things will serve as good cautionary tale for her as soon as she's old enough to understand it.